What's going on? What's happening, fellas? Let's get right into it. So today, I'm going to give you 10 things that a woman can either say or do. That's a definite red flag. You should run for the hills and you should not date this woman and definitely not take her serious for a relationship. Alright guys, now I'm going to give you the 10 things a woman can say or do. That's a big red flag. Also, I'm going to tell you what that red flag actually means and what can potentially happen if you decide to date this woman. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Now the first thing a woman can say that's a red flag, that's a clear sign you shouldn't date her, guys, is in the talking stages and when you're trying to get to know her, is when she talks trash about her exes. If you meet a chick, okay, fellas, and I'm going to be honest, you should never ask a woman about her exes, bro. Alright, that is not your business. That is not your problem. Now, if she has a high body count, that's another huge red flag that I'm not going to touch on today because I got a lot of them. Alright, fellas. But guys, if a woman starts to talk to you about her past and every single person that she dated was the bad guy and every single person that she dated was the villain and every single man that she dated messed over her or cheated on her or did her bad and there was no case or scenario where she was the bad person, G, you better run. Alright, you do not date that woman because what that means is every single thing that happens between you guys, she is going to turn it around on you because that is a clear sign that a woman has the incapability of holding herself accountable, G. That is a clear sign that a woman will never hold herself accountable in a relationship, bro. Alright, I have been through this before. I dated a woman and at the beginning, you know, I got the perception that she was a good girl and every guy that she talked to was a dirtbag, alright? And this was in my beta days where I was easily manipulated. And lo and behold, when I got into a relationship with that woman, everything was my fault, G. She never took accountability. Even when it was clear as day that it was her fault, it was still my fault. So this is the biggest problem with dating women who always talk shit about their exes, bro. Alright, because one day you will be that ex that she talks shit about to the next guy that you wasn't shit. Alright, now the next thing a woman can do, alright, fellas, that's a red flag and you should stay away from her, guys, and that's if she's violent. Do not date a violent woman. Never take a woman serious who put her hands on you, bro. Actually, in that case, you should run if a woman ever puts her hands on you, G. Alright, guys, the biggest issue with this, and I'm going to be honest, bro, most women, guys, most women cannot hurt you physically. Alright, fellas, they can't hurt you, and we all know that. Most women are small, 5'3", 100-something pounds, bro. They can't do you anything drastically when it comes to actually hurting you. But at the same time, that's not the problem. The problem is if a woman puts her hands on you, your first inclination is going to be to hit her back. And that is something you cannot do, okay? You cannot afford this drama. I've seen many men go down because they dealt with violent women, ended up retaliating on a woman because she hit him first, but then ultimately the guy ends up going to jail, catching the case, getting the charge. We know what happens when it comes to those type of cases. All right, fellas, the man never wins. So you do not get involved with a violent woman. And it's not only about her hurting you physically, bro, but there's other things that can happen like vandalism, G. Because violent women just don't want to hit you, G. They just want to take out their aggression and their emotions out on something. So if it ain't you, it might be your car, it may be your home, it may be your property, it may be her showing up to your job, bro. Regardless of what it is, bro, you stay away from women like this. Alright, if you're trying to be a top tier man, you cannot afford, bro, you don't have time to be dealing with these crazy ass women, bro. Because there's a lot of crazy ass chicks. Now, one of the things a lot of guys may go through is they may deal with a woman and at the beginning she's real peaceful. And then one day she turns out to be violent. Bro, I'm going to be honest. There are small, clear signs where you can see, very subtle signs where you can see if a woman's violent or not, bro. Let's say you make a joke and you roast her one day and tell her she got a big head. If she, like, hits you while she's playing with you, like, stop it. You know, like, all aggressively, bro. That's a clear sign, G, because feminine women don't hit you like that. They may tap you, they may touch you while they're laughing, but they're not going to forcefully hit you all aggressively, bro. All right, every single woman that I've dealt with that did that shit, bro, she turned out to be a violent woman. And she turned out to be a huge red flag, bro, because it causes a lot of problems, G. Another thing a woman will say at the beginning when you first meet her, that's a definite red flag, and I'm going to explain to you why. If a woman ever aggressively suggests a first date, okay, guys, and when I say aggressively suggest the first date, I mean she's aggressive as hell about picking where you guys should go for the first date. All right, now I will be honest. I've met women and I've dated women where they've suggested the first date. Like they say, hey, can we go to this place? Or I really want to go to this place. Is it okay if we meet there? That's fine, and that's not a problem. But if she's adamant on a specific type of place where y'all go, especially if it's like a 5-star restaurant or something like that, but if she's adamant about where y'all go, and if you decide not to go there, she has an attitude, she has a problem, the vibe is off now, bro, you gotta get away from that woman, G. I guarantee you, bro, run from that woman, because what that means is if you ever dare to take that woman serious and involve her in your life, she is going to want to make 99% of the decisions, because she can't even let you lead for the first date, G. All right? I actually dealt with this. This happened to me when I was a beta. Took a chick out. She picked the first date, and I actually said, nah, I got something better in mind, and the bitch got mad. And she got an attitude, and we ended up going to the place where she wanted to go. And I ended up taking that chick serious for a year-long relationship. And, bro, it was like hell, bro. It was like fighting a bear, because we could not agree on anything. And it wasn't even that we couldn't agree on anything. It was that she just wanted to make the final decision on everything. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody, most things you guys are not going to agree on. You might have to compromise and talk about it. But at the end of the day, it should be a mutual decision. And most times the man should lead. But, bro, this woman will not want to budge on anything, bro. She had to have the last say so. She had to have the last word, bro. Okay, you cannot deal with women like this, especially if you're a hyper-masculine man. Okay, guys, that is a masculine trait to want to lead and dominate situations when it comes to making decisions for a couple. Now, number 4 thing a woman can say, that's a red flag, G, is if she tells you that she doesn't like hanging around women and she rather hang around men. Some of you guys, most of you guys have been in this situation before, and you've had a woman tell you that and you fell for it. Okay, and she's convinced you that the reason why she has no female friends and she has a bunch of male friends and she rather hang around males is because men are less drama and women are chaotic, they gossip, they're dramatic. Bro, don't believe this shit. Okay, guys, do not believe this shit. This is what a woman who is a 304 and who doesn't get along well with women will tell you. And that leads me to my next point, number 5, is that if she doesn't have any female relationships. Okay, guys, this is a problem. Every single woman who I've met who has fit this description has been toxic as fuck, and more chances has been a 304. All right, G, women who don't have any solid relationships with other women are not good women, bro. I'm going to keep it honest with you. If you can show me an outlier, okay, then I rest my case. But why would you not have any friends? But why would you not have any friendships with any other women? No mutual friendships with any other women. Every single woman you've made friends with, you fell off with. That is a problem. And that's the same thing when you choosing friends, when you choosing male friends. If every single person that person met or interacted with or had a relationship with, if every person they met they fell off with, G, that's a problem. They're the problem, especially if they're coming to you telling you that this person did this and this person did that. You got to stop and think, bro. You got to stop letting the pussy blind you. And you got to stop and think, why does she not have any friends? Why can't she get along well with women? Why the only people who she can hang around is men who probably want to fuck her? That's a problem. All right, G. So you got to reevaluate this shit and don't be a simp. Believe in this woman thinking, oh, she must be this rare breed. She must be this rare gem that nobody appreciates. So I'm going to be the one to actually appreciate her because that's what she... No, bro. Nah, G. You gotta run when this shit happens, okay? These are like subtle ass red flags that men absolutely miss. It goes over most men's head, G. Now, there's the popular red flags. Single moms, 304s, high body counts, blah, blah, blah. But these are real subtle things, G. And a lot of guys sweep these under the rug. They look over them because they think it's nothing, you know, or they actually see it, but they're blinded by the box, bro. Okay, so you got to pay attention to this stuff. Another thing when it comes to friends, let's say she actually does have friends, okay? But her friends are all hoes, okay? And her friends are all party girls. You don't date this woman. I don't care what type of presentation. I don't care what she's showing you. I don't care how modest. I don't care how much of a homebody introvert she's telling you she is. If all of her friends, if she got 5 friends and all 5 of her friends are hoes, you do not date that woman. Okay, especially if she's actively hanging out with those chicks on a daily basis. Birds of a feather flock together. You are the sum of the top 5 individuals that you spend the most time around and you communicate with the most. Okay, fellas? And if you don't think at some point this nice girl that you done met, at some point she's not going to be influenced by her friends to do some fuck shit, you have lost your mind, bro. Especially when she in a relationship, because women who have friends that are hoes, those hoes can't stand that she's happy. So you are not going to be happy dealing with this woman, G. So don't pick her. Get a woman who's around quality women. Get a woman who's aware of her company so you don't have to deal with some third-party influence and ultimately lose your chick because you picked the wrong girl. Alright, fellas? So do not date women who got friends that are hoes. One, don't date a woman who's a hoe. But if she got friends that are hoes, bro, she probably a hoe too. She probably undercover. Or she probably retired. Or she probably just got recruited and she on her way. Alright, fellas, but regardless of any of those situations, do not date these type of women, bro. Alright, and I'm getting down my list, so you probably disqualify 50% of the women that you deal with. You probably dealing with the wrong chicks, bro. Okay, because if you're dealing with quality women, bro, 99% of this shit will not happen and it will not exist. Alright, guys, but the reason why I got to say this today is because you guys are missing these clear things that can potentially ruin your fucking life. Because this is the importance of it. These type of women can ruin your fucking life, bro. I've been with these type of toxic ass women. And you get blinded by how beautiful. And most of these type of chicks are beautiful as fuck, G. And you know that. Most of them look good. But if you get blinded by the lust, and if you can't look within and can't look for things, and you can't look at things for what they are, bro, you're going to get fucked. You're going to get derailed like most men do. Number 6 thing that a woman does that's a red flag and that you should run, it's her social media posts, okay? And there's two type of situations with this. One is if that she posts a lot of thirst traps and provocative pictures and revealing pictures, and she's posting things for validation. That's one. You don't date women like that, okay? Most of the time, those women are hoes. I've told you guys this many a times, all right? But a bigger thing and another thing is if she posts these pictures for attention. And I'm not talking about her body, but I'm talking about she posts it for sympathy. And she posts it for emotional validation. So if you catch a woman, right, and you can tell when some chicks just broke up with their man or their man just broke up with them or left them, because you can look at it through all her social media posts. She posting a bunch of quotes, she posting a bunch of motivational reels, and you can tell that everything is geared toward her getting her heart broken, or a man leaving her, or her, you know, breaking up with her baby dad, or whatever it is, G. Don't date those type of women, and I'm going to tell you why. Is because all of those posts that she posts, that's just forms of temper tantrums. Okay, guys? And that's one of my red flags I told you guys about on my red flags video. You do not date women who throw temper tantrums, okay? Especially when it's dealing with men. What that shows you is that she does not how to process her own emotions and fucking handle them correctly like a grown adult. Because if you got to get all emotional fucked up and go on social media and post a bunch of shit to make yourself feel better versus communicating that shit with me, or at least just leaving it alone and letting it kind of settle and then we talk about it later, gee, those type of women ain't worth it, bro. They will always bring problems into the relationship. And just like the women who blame their exes for everything, these women will never take accountability, nor will they take responsibility in a relationship. All right? Now, guys, all of these women on this list, you probably still can smash them. All right, fellas? But you guys know I'm purple pill, so I'm trying to help you guys have better relationships with women. All right, fellas? You do not date women who post these fucking temper tantrums online. So if she give you her Instagram and you scroll through her shit, because you got to do some research, G. And if it's a bunch of self-validating, emotional ass posts where you can tell it's about another man, you do not date this woman, bro. 9 times out of 10, she's still stuck on her ex. That's why she posts shit like that. Women who are happy don't post shit like that, bro. I guarantee you, women who are happy post pictures of their kids and of their new dress they just bought and their makeup and the fucking sunset and their Starbucks coffee. They don't post that bullshit, bro. I guarantee you. All right, fellas, next red flag that you should avoid. And you guys know I always tell you not to date single moms, and that's one thing, all right? And there's some guys who've been arguing back and forth saying, oh, well, you can date a single mom if this is a situation, and you can date a single mom if that is a scenario. All right, G, whatever. Argue till your fucking lungs fall out your throat. But let me tell you this. One woman you should not date is a woman who's a single mom, but she has multiple children with multiple men. Okay, guys? Now, I'm going to tell you this. I wouldn't recommend dating a single mom from the jump, even if it was just one kid with one man. But a woman who has multiple kids by multiple men is a huge red flag and a huge danger to your life. Okay, guys? And a lot of women will try to convince you and say, oh, well, people make mistakes and people have been there and the past is the past and you shouldn't judge a woman based on her past. You should judge a woman based on her future. Okay, I get it. Whoop-de-woo, kumbaya. But at the same time, G, for real, bro, if a woman can lay down with one man, have a kid, leave their relationships, because we all know most women leave the relationships. Have a kid, leave their relationships. Get with another man and not think, I'm not going to have a kid with this man because I already have one in an unstable relationship, so I'm not going to do the same thing. If a woman cannot logically figure that shit out, bro, you should not be dealing with this woman. Yes, men have their own problems too, bro. So I'm not excluding men from their shit, but that ain't what this video is about. A woman who has multiple kids by multiple men is irresponsible and can be a possible danger to your life. Okay, 9 times out of 10, she's a 304, G. And obviously, she doesn't value the one thing that God gave her that makes her 100% different from a man is the ability to have a damn child. Okay, fellas, and start a family with that said child. Don't deal with these women, bro. Okay, do not deal with these women. They usually also come with some mental fucking disorders as well that I'm not going to get into. But this is a big one, guys. And then you don't want to get in a situation where you taking care of kids that ain't yours by 2 different dudes, bro. I can see if it was one. I can't see if it was one, but I can probably understand. But you taking care of Billy, whose daddy name is David, and you taking care of Trent, whose daddy name is Tim. What the fuck is going on, G? Dude, man, dudes who get in that situation, bro, it's weird as hell, bro. It is really weird. I'm not going to lie to you. For you to examine and see that situation from hindsight and still walk into it, bro. It don't make no sense. All right, fellas, so we got 2 more. Next thing that a woman does that you should not date her is if her phone is always going off. Not like going off, like battery turning off, meaning it's always ringing. Notifications always coming through. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Tinder, Hinge. Now, I can see if she's like a social media content creator, you know, she does streaming or whatever, and she got her little social media shit going off. That's fine because she making money, all right? But most women ain't on that tip, G. The day-to-day woman that you deal with is not supposed to have a bunch of notifications. Men messenger her 2 o'clock in the morning. Bro, if you ever got a chick sleeping over at your crib, or if you ever sleeping over at a chick crib, and she getting men or people messaging her, she getting messages 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, G, especially if it's on the weekend, you don't date that woman, bro. One, she might be a party girl. That's why she getting all those messages, and it's probably from men who she usually be dealing with in the middle of the night. 2, bro, she's a 304, G. She's a jump off. Because I'm going to tell you, the best chicks to message at 3 a.m. is the jump offs. And it ain't nothing but a bunch of thirsty dudes trying to see what's up at 3 a.m. All right, G. And she's the target. She's the low-hanging fruit. She's Old Faithful, G. And you land up with her thinking about being in a relationship with her. Nah, G. Don't do it. So if her phone always going off and she got to turn her phone over because it's always ringing, G, no, bro. A lot of women going to try to argue with you. Well, what? I can't have any friends. I can't have stuff going on. No. No. Women who have a lot of shit going on is for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
To be honest with you. Women who have a lot of shit, like if you got a lot of shit going on, you for the streets. You for the streets. I can see if you got friends, you got shit you do, you got activities. But, bro, you should only be taking women serious that's in the house, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only people hitting them up are their close friends and family, not random-ass dudes. Now, the last thing, all right, guys, and this is crucial, and this is one a lot of guys mess up with because they confuse this with something else, all right? if a woman is excessively jealous, all right, fellas, and the reason why I had to save this for the last one, I had to be precise that guys confuse this with something else, because a lot of men do. They confuse excessive jealousy with desire, and that the fact that this woman is in love with him. No, bro, there's a difference. There's a difference between a woman being possessive over you and loving you and don't want any other woman on you versus a woman who's excessively jealous. A woman who loves you and she's possesses over you, and you're hers in her eyes, and she doesn't really want any other woman taking you from her, she is going to question you about other women, which is okay. That's what women do naturally when you're hers. She is going to be mindful of the things that you're doing. She may get insecure. She may worry. Sometimes she may cry if she thinks you're cheating. That's normal from a feminine woman, and all of those things I've learned to accept and be okay with. But when a woman gets to the point where she's checking your receipts, she's checking your phone, she's checking your bag, she's questioning you, you can't fucking breathe. 5 minutes after you leave the house, she's already calling you, asking you where you at. She's accusing you of cheating every other day. Sometimes women may suspect that you're cheating and they may voice it, which is normal. Okay, guys? But if she's accusing you every fucking day, you can't go to the gym, you can't go to the mall, you can't go to the store, you can't go hang out with your boys, you can't go to your mom's house without her accusing you of cheating. Run for the hills, bro. Okay, run for the hills. This is a woman who has major insecurities, a lot of fucking trauma, and you're gonna be the man that's gonna have to deal with that shit, bro. Do not do it, G. All right, don't do it. All right, I'm saving you a lot of trouble, bro. Every single one of these things I have dealt with personally. That's why I can confidently tell you, if you take women serious who has these qualities, traits, habits, or they say these things, bro, it's not gonna work out well. Okay, and it may work out well. You may slip through the cracks, but the probability of it working out and you not dealing with a lot of problems, bro, is very, very low. All right, fellas. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, to subscribe and like the video if you got value. It's your boy KD. We out of here, baby.